Hey, what's good? This your man Maurice. Um, Want to give all praises due to the Most High. Today I been up early scanning through Facebook and came across a bunch of situations I felt like you know you can't let nobody drag you into things and drag you down. What's up, Michelle? How you doing? Um, you can't let nobody get into you per se. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Danny Ray, man? I hear you, man. I'm gonna reach out to you, Danny Ray. I promise you on that. Just been kind of busy, you know what I mean? What's up, Elena? Good to hear from you. Keep in touch with me. Um, I'm good. Pedro, what's good? Hey, I've been up all night. Real talk, I was in my nephew's room and he had a bunch of Lego blocks sitting on the floor and I turned into, what's up, Keisha? I just turned into a kid and started doing what you do with Lego blocks. But in the middle of that, it kind of brought me down to a normality, a peace, man. I can't even, it was one of them things. What's up, Kenneth? It was one of them things where I was like, man, these blocks can do you a lot of justice. So I just started building and tearing it down and building. And I started thinking about our lives and how every day we live is like another block in our life. You know, what you do with that day is sort of like a part of a block, a building block or a structure to your life. What's up, Tori? Good looking. And one of the things I noticed that social media it is what it is. But one of the things I noticed that is so much anger, and I don't know what it is, but I know it's not a good thing and it's not a good look. You just can't let one, and I'm guilty of that too, because I was letting people drag me into stuff that had nothing to do with really me. And I was like, there's got to be a point where you got to go, I can't do that. I can't do that. And in my spirit, something said, you should speak on that. So I go in the bathroom and I'm in my sister's house. And right by the tub and the sink is this. Two of them. One's a children's, a good book. What's up, Jana? And I started looking in there. And right away I turned to Matthew. And I started reading. And one of the things I've seen in Matthews is basically like, you can't let people drag you into things, because those things can drag you into a spirituality of something you don't want to be involved in. And through this Bible, it's saying, love your friends and hate your enemies. But I say, love your enemies. So everybody tripping on you, you need to increase your love for them instead of letting them increase the anger and the hating you. Don't let nobody drag you into a situation, because that situation is not a dorm for you. It's just the thought process of you, this is from what I see, the thought process of you letting somebody drag you into a situation that's contained with something other than the love of what God has for you can take you down just as fast as they taking themselves down. You gotta, what's up, Tanika and Tracy? Michelle, you basically gotta, it says, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, and that way you will be acting as true sons of Father in the heaven. For he gives you the sunlight to both the evil and the good, and the sends rain on you just on the unjust too. That means basically whatever you let them pull you into, you're going to get the same principles rain down on you. The same thing that they're doing that's dragging you into is causing you to be exactly what they are, what they're putting themselves through. And you don't want to put yourself in a position to do that. I see a lot of people within this dance community, they get into situations where they have a strong opinion about it. And then it turns into something beyond an opinion. It turns into ridicule. It turns into damn. It turns into everything that is not supposed to turn into. And that's why you have to be careful about what you say and what you do and how you act. You can't let or allow people to get into your spirit to change you into something that you're not even a part of. If people are venting and raving and talking about, all these miscellaneous things they put on there, then guess what? You're going to be subjected to it, because 99% of the things that are put on Facebook is hypothetical. It's an unseen question of make a choice. Which one would you make? You know what I'm saying? And that's like people are put on there, is it okay to do this? Is it okay to do that? Or will you pick A, B, C, D, or E? These are all hypothetical situations because we all have a choice. And some of the choices that we make on social media are not good choices. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about me included. When I talk, I'm talking about I'm guilty just like anybody else, because I've been subjected in the pool. I can't let them say that's not right. But I had to go back and rework me. As I said before, I had to go rework me and my thinking. I can't say I'm my father's business and I'm doing dirty business. Let me say that again. I can't be about my father's business and I'm doing dirty business. And dirty business is, who do they think they are posting this? Who do he think he is saying this? And who do he think he is saying that? I was reading in the Bible where I can't remember what scripture was, but remember, I'm learning just like everybody else. I looked in the Bible and I read this verse, and it basically said this: if you go out and seek another man's wife and she divorces and you marry her, that is like not good. That's like one of those giant size sins. I was blown away by that. It's not that, okay, y'all went legally and got separated and got divorced, but you went under the foul content to take another man's wife and marry her. That's an even bigger sin. So I'm like, wow, what's up, Laura? How you doing? Happy 50th. Welcome to the 50 Club. Look good on your photos. I saw you. And those are just many of the things, remember, I saw in this book. This is a book for the sick and the seeking and the wise. It's a book of, you have choices in this book. Everybody has choices. All of us are given an equal balance in life of, you have a choice. What choice are you going to take? Everybody think it's the red or the blue pill. No, it's not that. It's about faith. It's about damnation. It's about God. Why let a hypothetical situation drag you into something that you didn't even intend on being in? Some things on social media, you just got to let it pass. You just got to let it go. If somebody want to live, dress, and dance in a certain manner, that's their choice. We have to respect people's choices. is when you take a situation and put it on social media and think that's a just cause to say, this is who I am. That's true. But guess what? You have people who don't want to be subjected to that. They don't want to see your choice. And that's when they go wrong. Some people will post things, they know what they're going to get out of it. They know what it entails. They know it's going to strike somebody's chord. The thing is, stop listening to those chords. You know that wasn't intended to you. You know you're not about that. Don't let nobody drag you down or drag you into a day of promiscuity and you just get subjected. Your whole day is thrown off balance. But once again, what does God give you? He gives you a choice. You going to be about my business or you going to be about some discerning business? This business has nothing to do with me. You can't say you about God. We all fall short. We all fall short. But there's a difference between falling short and taking it on and say, this is what I'm going to do because this is just about me. That's about the time when you're starting to go left. I have to sometimes stop and sit down and think and think and think. Take some scissors sometimes and just do this. You know why? Because while I'm doing this, I'm cutting out all these bad pieces in my life. That's what? Falling off. This is what I say. They don't like me. Guess what? They falling off. They gonna keep falling off. Guess what? Guess how much therapy this does. They don't like me. Oh well, I'm gonna love them anyway. I'm gonna keep on being right. I'm gonna keep on being righteous. I may fall short, but guess what? At some point, I'm gonna have to put these scissors down and things gonna start working right. You have to find something to balance you out, even when it starts going wrong. You have to find you somewhere to go. Like I did this morning. I grabbed the Lego blocks. I started stacking them. I started thinking. I started concentrating on trying to build a red, black, and green house of Lego blocks. My mind went so far away from what I was supposed to be thinking about that I had got caught up in myself. And I started seeing a whole nother picture of, okay, that situation wasn't that bad at all. That situation is not that bad. It's me making it that bad. It's me letting somebody drag me into a situation that made that situation something I didn't even want it to be. And it might have been a situation where it was just spilled milk and you turn it into the Twin Towers falling down. You have to go in you, grab something in you to say, hey, maybe I'm going left. But the first thing all you got to do is call out Jesus. That's it. That's simple. God, I don't know what I'm about to do. I don't know what I'm finna do. Notice I said finna. Going to do. You gotta go in there, even when it's going wrong. What? Cut the bad parts out in your mind. Trust me, cutting paper is therapy. Sewing is therapy. You have to find something outside of yourself every day to pull you back into yourself. Stop thinking dancing is therapy. It's cool. It pulls a lot of something, but it brings a lot more than you think it brings. Because we dance amongst spirits, not just the dance, not just the 8 count, not just the 6 count, not just walking, not just trio, not just these clothes we wear, these shoes we wear. That set has multiple amounts of spirits, and they're all not good. What's up, Kiki? You got to make a choice. Some people, you got to live with them, but you need to learn from them. You're not just living with them. You're just not being around them. You're learning from them, whether it be good or whether it be bad, but get some positive results. Don't sit there and say you don't have the power to change things around you, because you do. Blessing does not always come in a monetary means. Most of the time it's spiritual and you being covered and don't even know it. We forget that we being covered. We are already co-signed by. What's up, Corey? Good looking for you. That's Mr. Lockman reminds me, it becomes from being a leader within yourself, not trying to lead somebody. No, it's not about that. It's about what you got inside you and what you want to come out of you. You have to work on that every single day. God gives you another day, you work on it. Or find some means to even look at it. You're not going to have all the answers. But you have a Father who's abundant, who does what? He rains it all down on us. And all we got to do is just summon him by calling his name. What's up, Alonzo? By no means are any of us perfect. By no means of every day we get it right. There are people, as we speak, that did not wake up this morning. They didn't get to open their eyes. They didn't get to take a deep breath. They didn't get to put their feet on the floor. They did not get a chance to do it exactly what you're doing now amongst the living. Yeah, there's violence in Chicago. There's been violence since the beginning of time. But how you measure that is what? You got to look at the Most High. What is the most likely situation that can keep my mind addressed to how to deal with what I'm dealing with? I didn't write this book, but I guarantee you it's the best book that's ever been written and ever been sold. So that tells me something. This is all throughout the works. I tell people, I don't know what everybody's faith is. I don't know who you worship. I know who I do. But whatever you and whoever you praise, you need to understand and learn who you praising. Learn the ultimate. This is about a spirit. This is about well-being. A lot of us got way more days behind us than in front of us. So wouldn't it be more ethical to take time to pursue making the rest of these days a lot better than what they are and worry about whose body is this, whose outfit is that, whose dance is this? Because some of the coldest dancers are deceased. So you can walk around earth thinking you got the world and the dance at hand and it's promised to you. Tomorrow is not. Fan Man, he wasn't promised. God chose to come get him. Demeter Collins, educated, did great things. Hundreds of people at her funeral stepped up and talked about how important she was to them and how important she was to the community and the kids that she taught. But she's not here. She wasn't promised the next day. God chose to come get her. And that is going to be all of us. So what are you going to do? Are you going to let people drag you into something and drag you into all these situations that's going to keep bringing you to a point where you want to break, you want to snap, you want to cause harm, not just to others, but to yourself? Because as soon as you start persecuting, guess what? You singling yourself out to say that, God, I'm on my own. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to be what I'm on. But guess what he's doing? He got his hand in you. And he's saying, my child, my son, my daughter, you got to rework this plan. Because if not, the just is going to have to deal with you. And you don't want to be judged by him. Because you can read all through this Bible. Everybody thought they was getting away with murder. Moses thought he got away with murder. God kept telling him, hey, look, I am who I am. What I need you to do is stop coming up here with these tablets and let these people chump you down there. I'm going to give you another set of tablets. Go down there and tell them people who I am. But what did Moses do? He kept letting them punk him. And God kept coming back. what is wrong with this boy right here? But he kept giving it to him and kept giving it to him and kept giving it the same way we do. Stop going going home being upset at your spouse for nothing ain't got nothing to do with them. Stop jumping on your kids because something went wrong and your day went bad. Stop taking your attitude to work and them people ain't have nothing to do with what's going on in your personal life. But God keeps doing what? He keeps sticking in his hands in there. He keeps adjusting you. He keeps trying to get you to rework your spirit. Paul, what? Biggest murderer, biggest killer in the Bible. Even he has sense enough to know, hey, I may be doing this nonsense. But that one right there, that's who I'm following. We all subjected to the same principles. We all got a fair balance in this lifetime. And one thing I do know is that I'm thankful that I got sense enough and have the mindset and the health and the good health that I have to understand that if I don't keep staying on my faith with God, I shall perish. I shall fall. I will be subjected to everything Satan got in his pocket. And believe me, he don't never run out. Satan got pockets everywhere you look. Because guess what? He got pockets in our community. What is he doing now? What is he doing now in our community? What is he doing in most people's lives nowadays? What did he do to the diplomacy of the United States? I am 55 years old. I have voted in every election that I was able to. I have never, ever saw this type of activity going on in all these years. This man has done absolutely nothing that makes any sense. But guess what the greater sense is? The I am. Still got it. Still got this earth moving. I ain't worried about that. I make this. See, that White House ain't the house you gonna live in if you don't get your act together on this land, in this day, in this time. See, that White House will never be as big as my father's house. So I ain't worried about what's going on in that house. I'm trying to get my act together to be up in his house so I can walk around all day doing what? Not doing the 8 count, not worrying about my friends, not worrying about what the haters doing, what they wearing, what they getting ready to buy, how they looking. I'm up there because I'm on something else. I want to be up there because I'm up there on something else. So while you here and you in these late 40s and 50s, guess what? Do something. Get you a hobby outside of what you doing. Get you a piece of paper, start doodling, start writing, start doing something that breaks everything that you do every day. There are so many different things that you can do in your life to create something to go to in a corner, in a room, in your car, wherever. Get you something that can take you out of the common nonsense we deal with every single day. Because the devil worked 24 hours. The devil works 24 hours. I should have blocked them phone calls out, but I didn't. I'm human. But the devil don't never take a day off. That's why I get up every day, man. I'm a come out like, hey, I appreciate you waking me up. I don't care how people looking at me and how their opinions about me. Man, do you know I am amongst the living today? God chose to wake me up. And I'm going to get up with an attitude. I'm not going to get up letting him know that this means I appreciate you. This means that I love everything you. Everybody want to call me this morning. I appreciate all of that. That's my appreciation. But once again, I want y'all to understand this. Stop letting people drag you into things that does you no good. You already know if you allow people to drag you or pull you into things that has nothing and it has no value on it and it's against all the principles you stand for, don't let them drag you into that, because it's not going to do you any just. It's just going to get in you that spirit of you ain't supposed to be in me. Why would you want to carry that? Why would you want to be about somebody else's nonsense that has nothing to do with it? Yes, social media is social media. It's hypothetical. It's one's opinion. It's what they think. It's what they thought. It's how they look. That is their choice. We have to respect people's choices, whether we like it or not. It's their quote of the day. It's what they think in their head. Guess what? There are a lot of things in this book that are meant to do what? Build, encourage, and help us live a life where we don't have to deal with this. But what do? We walk right past it. We read right past it. We walk right past it. Oh, this don't mean that much to me. Until you get in trouble. Until you get cancer. Until one of your kids gets shot. Until your father died, your mama died, one of your children died, one of your best friends died. Then guess who you start screaming? The I am. So wouldn't it make sense to at least impose on seeing what's there and looking and seeing what's there? I don't read the Bible through and through. I do what they always say. I just open it up. I can't quote Bible verses and hymns and songs, but I know God. If I keep on praying and living long enough and asking God to get into me, He gonna show me exactly what I'm supposed to be looking at. And most of the time He does. Most of the time God redirects me and I'll be like, why am I going there? And I promise you, every time I found the means. God is telling me this morning, get up and go downtown Detroit. I'm not asking Him why. I'm not even thinking why. I just know when I tell y'all my faith is the strongest thing I got going on in my life. Because that's all I got. Once you let that go and once you start questioning your faith, I'm going to have to give you this. I'm going to have to give you this mode. Let it fall off. These are the days of your life. It's today. That's tomorrow. It's going to get shorter. It's going to run out. One day you're going to get down to that last cut. Where you're going to have to call out for God and ask Him to help you. You're going to need Him. More than you ever know. So, make a choice. Make a decision. I'm not asking you to go change your whole world today. But I'm asking you to be visual of the content that's going on around you. Sometimes if you just don't pay attention to it, and just leave it alone, it will go away. Sometimes you see things and some people on social media, some of them don't have what you have. Some people can be on social media all day. Guess what? That's the choice that they have. They want to be on there all day, every day. They have a right to be on there. They got their little iPhone or whatever phone, they got a choice. They have a right to do what they want to do and say what they want to say. Fortunately and unfortunately, if we all just take that mindset and say, you're going to see stuff you don't want to see. Social media is no different from being out in the streets. It's just now it comes with words and pictures that you have to see. It's singled out for you to see. But my thing is, what is that doing to and for me? If it doesn't affect me, how I'm living or what I'm doing, which most of it shouldn't, then why are you upset? Why are you letting them drag you in there? But if you just be about God's business, if you see something, you say, God, what did they say? What would Jesus do? What would you do? That's the whole thing, because you the one got to see it. Stop that. Don't let them drag you. Don't let them tag you. Because guess what? It's going to change them. Tomorrow they'll be on something else. Every day you can find something to complain about on social media. But the best thing you got working is knowing the just will stand. Some people just put things out just to get in reaction on you. Some people are bitter. Some people are angry. Some of y'all are blessed. Now watch this. Some of y'all are so blessed and don't know that there are people watching you, learning and hoping they can be in your shoes. Sometimes people don't know how to say, I need that. I appreciate that. Y'all, let me say that again. Some people don't know how to say, I need that. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that you mentioned that. It turns into who they think they are. She thinks she this. He think they is. What it look like. They ain't wearing it like. Guess what that is? That's a compliment. Because that's the only way they know how to compliment. Do you know there are people, their compliment is through anger, frustration, hurt, and pain. When they say stuff like that, sometimes it's because they want to, but something in them won't allow them to do it. That's why I tell y'all, the just will stand. Oh, she hating on me. Baby, I love you. Baby, it's going to get better. What can I do to help you in the situation? When somebody say something wicked, it ain't the eyes of the good, the nice, the better, the faith. Say something different other than who you think you are. I'm going to cut you off. You ain't going to be my friend. Hey, I'm going to pray for you. Whatever you going through, I'm going to pray for you. And leave it. Don't come back. Just leave that. Because they've already pulled you in by who you think you are and blah, blah. So you do something different. Because remember, they may know how to say thank you or I appreciate that. Because that mind is going through something or they're experiencing pain. The devil got them latched down and won't free them. And they don't know how to let go. So live, love, and learn. That's one of those tags. Live, love, and learn. But keep the faith on the Most High. Do I get it right every day? Fortunately, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't get it. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. Romans 12:19. And that was given by Tracy J. Kaler, who's on Old Soul Smooth Radio for words of wisdom and inspiration. I thank y'all for listening. I thank y'all for tuning in as usual. I love you and nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed. Don't let nobody drag you in situations that you shouldn't be in. This your boy Reese. I'm out and I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day.